Hey, let's set the stage. Context, man. Context, I think, when people are going to talk about stuff, I think context is important, right? If I'm having a great day, I think that's important. If I'm not having a great day, that way you'd be like, oh, why he acting this way? I'm kind of in a little mental funk. I had like 3 or 4 great days in a row. Today, nothing bad. There's nothing like bad. Just it's not in the same headspace. That being said, I hope MH, who I've never heard before, it's called Worthless. That's good. That might work. Yeah, I hope for dope stuff. It's also an unfair thing to put on someone. Like, I feel a certain way, so I hope your music is like magical medicine. I do like that we got 3 killer guitars in the back of those, all Gibsons. We've got a pointy headstock. We got a regular headstock, so that could be like an Explorer. It's funny to guess without seeing the body. The pointy one's maybe a Flying V, and then a Gibson 12-string. Those are all badass guitars. They are badass guitars. Do play badass guitar? All right, whatever. Let's go. Let's go. I got my trusty sidekick. The cat is here. You might be thinking, man, if you're in a weird spot, why are you making videos? Because it's also like a documentary, not documentary, like a diary, right? So when I go to edit this video, not edit really, we don't know. Maybe I have to, I don't know. But I'm saying when I have to upload it and do all that stuff, I will see me telling you what I'm telling you now, and will I feel different then? So it's kind of useful for me that way. Anyways, let's go. MH. Is that how you say it, MH? Or is it mage, but hyphenated? Ooh, is it image? Like M-age, image.
Guys, my name is MH. And
Oh,
this
it's
is my
MH.
solo Loopstation
Well, that didn't take long to get a clear answer. Thanks, dude.
Wildcard for GBB 2021 World League. I hope you enjoy this.
Oh, it's like a share. Oh, it is a Flying V. Oh, what? No, that other guitar. Wait, did he just change angles? What just happened? There's a guitar on the wall that was not on the wall a second ago. He moved the 12-string over. Sorry, oh, he's standing in front of it. Is that 12-string a double neck? That dude got like $4,000 of guitars, like just right behind him. And he's got a rack of guitars. Bro, how much money you got? Wait. Sorry, I'm listening to how quickly the chords are changing in the background. I mean, they're implied chords right now. In the beginning, he had the 2 harmonies on his voice and the 1 bass line. That's definitely a chord. These are implied because we don't actually have the other notes that make the chord there. How many notes in a chord? At least 3. If you're in rock music, maybe 2, 1 in 5. So if we don't have those other notes, the chords are implied. We don't actually know that they're there. So I want to back up. There's something about the rhythm. I'm not sure if I'm hearing it right. Okay. So is the chords, am I counting this right? The chords are going on 1 and then changing on beat 2 and then holding the second chord for 3 beats. That's why it sounds so weird. Music is not usually composed like that. Music is very symmetrical. Pop music, it's very symmetrical. 1 beat and then 3 beats of a chord is not symmetrical at all. Bum, 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 bum. The symmetricality there is between the two sets of chords. The two sets of chords are moving the same way, but in the actual measure, it's unsymmetrical. It's a cool, it just sounds like, you're like, oh, that sounds different in a good way.
I'm trying to get close to you, but you push away like always do. I feel sad cause you don't feel the same way like I do. I'm just trying to talk to you.
No, dude, this composition is sick. Okay, so what I'm listening for right now is to see how the drums are matching the chord progression. I know immediately they don't. He's done another trick here, and I'm listening to where it is. As far as like where you expect drum beats to go, 1 and 3, 2 and 4, right? Again, very much evenly spreading out the measure.
I feel sick.
Hold on.
I'm trying to get close to you, but you push away like always do. I feel sick cause you don't feel the same.
There's nothing on 1. Let me count again. There's nothing on 1. 2 measures in a row. When it comes to the drums, nothing on 1. That's like when you think of playing drums or making a drum line, there's always something on 1. Something. Usually like a bass drum. Something. It could be a crash. It could be a hi-hat. Something on 1. But it sounds like there's nothing on 1 at all.
Oh, trying to get close to you, but you push away like always do.
I didn't go far enough back.
I'm trying to get close to you, but you push away like always do. I feel sick cause you don't feel the same way like I do.
No, it's alternating. There's one measure where there's a bass drum on 1, and there's another measure where there's no drums, as far as I could tell. There's a lot of sounds going on. There's not. So again, now the drums are also not symmetrical, if I'm hearing it correctly. So we have one measure, bass drum comes in right on 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And then the next measure, 1 is empty when it comes to the drums.
I do.
We do have the chord, right? Because we have a chord that starts on 1 and then moves on 3. So our music on 1, half the time is just this chord moving, and then but the bass drum's not there. So I think the way to look at this is it's a 2 measure or 4 measure, depending on how you want to count the tempo. The repetition is in sets of 2 measures. That's how I'm counting it. Not in sets of 1 measure. So like a lot of times when you're making music or you're listening to someone's music and you listen to the drums, the measures kind of repeat. They're basically the same. You know, if the chords are changing on 1 and 3, they probably keep changing on 1 and 3. If the bass drum hits on 1, it's usually there's always gonna be something on 1. But he's got this unique thing where he's taking 2 measures to do the repetitions.
I'm just trying to talk to you, to make me feel like no one do. I've been feeling worthless, you are fucking perfect. You are too beautiful for me. I'm just trying to talk to you.
Oh, okay. I mean, I can't speak for the dude, but it feels like he's like, oh, since I'm displacing so much emphasis, like between the chords and the bass drum, now he's got this thing to cha 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 cha. But it's not perfect. To me, it doesn't sound perfectly lined up. But he's like, I don't care. I want it to just be in the rhythm of this song. And it's adding to the ambiguity of what's going on. It's like different levels of illusion. Each thing is kind of doing something different. It kind of lets you be free.
Like no one do. I've been feeling worthless. You are fucking perfect. You are too beautiful.
Oh, and another thing, bro, you either gonna hate this video or you're gonna love it for the detail here. On the little chords, the da 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 da. Okay, notice when I do it, da 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 da. The minute I make the noise, you hear it, da 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 da. He's got swells in there, which makes the actual arrival of the chord not. He's playing the chord on time, or he's playing the notes on time, or singing them on time, but because they're swelling in, you don't hear the initial sound. It swells in, which makes them sound displaced because you're not hearing the initial sound. Oh, swells, I mean, I think it's self-explanatory, but a swell is like a volume control. So when you initially play the note, the volume's at 0, and you rapidly ramp it up. So at the exact moment the beat happens, there's silence from that part, and then you push the volume up, and you swell, you crescendo into it.
I'm trying to get close to you, to make me feel like no one do. I feel sad 'cause you don't feel the same way like I do. I'm just trying to talk to you, to make me feel like no one do. I've been feeling worthless, you are fucking perfect. You are too beautiful for me.
And now he's got the bass doing the swells that the upper keys had before. But now the bass feels displaced.
You are too beautiful. You are too beautiful for me.
Dude, that's a savage composition. That might be the most. Well, it's so weird. It's weird. It's hard to say the most. Definitely stands out from all the beatbox stuff I've heard and Loopstation stuff. It's definitely not technically the most intricate thing when it comes to speed and placement and stuff. Was it Alim who had that crazy one last? Anyhow, but the actual layers of the loops and how they interact, very cool, very, very interesting way to stack it together. And you can tell it's very intentional. He's very much intentionally having this roaming sound. And it's not an irregular time signature, at least to me it doesn't sound like it's an irregular time signature. Irregular time signatures are non-symmetrical time signatures, so 3/4 normal, 2/4, 4/4, 6/8 symmetrical. Irregular would be like 5/4, 7/4, 7/8. This does not sound like it's in any of those irregular meters, but the music itself sounds irregular. And the reason why, to my ears, it sounds irregular is because the things you expect are not where you expect them to be. But here's my favorite thing when someone does this is, can you nod your head the whole time? You can nod your head to this the whole time, even though there's these 3 different layers. I think there's more than 3 layers, but there's 3 rhythmic foundation layers, and they're all doing something different, and together they create a bigger whole where like the 3 of them could be from 3 different songs, but they're all actually together. Does that make... Cat doesn't know. Am I doing a good job of explaining this? Yeah. It's just, yeah, it's really good. Yeah, sorry, I'm just thinking, man. I'm just thinking, like, I don't know. It's awesome. I just say it's awesome. How about that? I think I said enough analysis stuff. It's awesome. Oh, but yeah, let's go back, bro. Does he have like $20,000 of gear around him? Probably not 20. It's a lot of gear. I could be envious, man. It's also weird. I think I got $20,000-$30,000 of gear, but it's weird to me. It doesn't seem. You know what it is? Because all my shit's not fancy. I got the PRS. That's kind of fancy. But most of my stuff's like not real fancy. I just got a lot of stuff. He got fancy stuff and a lot of stuff. Fancy stuff does not make the player, but people do listen with their eyes. So just like when I saw his 4 dope guitars on the wall, immediately I'm like, that could be, you know what I mean? Yes, it shouldn't work that way. It should not work that way, but it does work that way. Not for everyone, but it does work that way. You've seen TikTok, right? Obviously looks better. It can be the look of you, it can be the look of an instrument, it can be the look of your house, it can be the look of things. But people see things, and then they start forming a bias very quickly, and then they think they're being realistic with their interaction with the content, but they're not, because they're already biased from the look of what's going on. Like, imagine if this video was just, imagine if this reaction was just the video and I wasn't even here. You just heard my voice. You would interact with the video differently. So seeing me talking to you is doing something. Is it working? I don't know. But it's doing something. I could just black me out and just have the video. And a lot of people would be like, what's up with that, dude? Why are you blacked out? Well, it's like, well, I'm just talking. It's just music and I'm just talking. Why do you gotta see me? Just how it works. Cat, I don't know if I'm doing a good job today or not. Let's redefine the task. If the task is to be honest, I'm killing it because I'm honest as fuck. If the task is to make great videos, maybe not so much killing it. It's life.